Okay. So, last time we started the Team Chaotix route. Got a good ways in.
Here we go!
Yeah, let's go!
But, yeah, we're starting to get into the meat of things, I think. Hang Castle. Get the keys inside the haunted castle. I believe it said there was 10 keys in here.
Talk about a huge misunderstanding.
Yeah, sure made fools out of ourselves.
Nothing new for you, Vector!
What? You were the first one to jump at the chance.
No time for arguing. Now's the time to be on guard. It's very mysterious around here. Here's your next mission. You'll need to find the keys to open the doors found inside the castle. Find 10 keys.
I see where you are!
Here we go!
Yeah, I see the dang pumpkins. Don't think I can kill them, but apparently I can at least get them out of my way.
I think the keys are around here!
Oh, there's one.
Where?
Hey! Why not go down there?
Well, sure. Why not?
Aha! I'll take the lead!
Oh, knock him out!
Hey, you just appeared out of thin air. The heck?
Here we go!
What?
Oh no!
The world is
Oh boy.
upside down. Oh,
I'll take the lead! Here we go! Ew.
we gotta be real careful around that robot with the searchlight. Espio, do you think you could get by him?
I think we got by him just fine.
I'll take the lead! Here we go!
Now is the question of where the heck do we go after this? Ah, that's where we go.
Here we go! Thank you!
Key number
Here we
2.
go! Roll up!
By the looks of those torches, they mark a pathway.
If you say so.
Here we go!
Well, I'm glad that went well, considering the camera wasn't being the most cooperative thing.
I'll take the lead! Look! There it is again! Ah!
Look, the door's open.
Yes, it did.
Here we go! Anytime you're ready!
Slap, roll up!
Man.
I'll take the lead! Thank you!
Keep going.
I don't think I see anything around, so... Forward it is! Oh, geez, okay. Why does it feel like there's something behind that curtain? Because there
Let's
is!
go!
I wonder. It definitely feels like there's something up there. Something in there.
I'll take the lead!
What's... Aha!
Here we go.
Okay, well,
Got it.
found a key. Yay, checkpoint.
Level up.
Look, there it is again.
Got
What's
it.
the matter? You're only halfway there.
Aha.
Let's go.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
Here we go. Run, run. Not bad.
Proceed with caution and be careful not to fall.
Here we go.
I'll take the lead.
Good.
That's
Thank
that
you.
one.
Good.
Thank you.
Oh, so that was just for coins? Or rings, rather? Alright.
Here we go. Pew.
Okay. I was only able to hold on because I was holding up there.
There it is again.
So that was a tad bit unlucky, I think.
I failed.
Ow.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
Here we go. Run, run, run.
I'll take the lead.
Here we go.
I'll take the lead.
Good.
Thank you.
Proceed with caution and be careful not to fall.
Easier said.
Good.
Got it.
Oh wow, I got a team blasting for that? Okay.
Here we go. Pew. Pew. Here
Okay.
we go. Thank you.
I don't know what that did.
That healing robot is like a magician. He can transform himself when he's flipped over. So boys, watch out. Here we go. Got it. Run, run. Run, run.
Anything else? No. I see a key. And there's the... Okay.
Got it.
It was here all along.
Oh, hello. Oh. Okay.
This sure feels weird.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no
What's
kidding.
with this place?
Which means this is gonna be, yep, another couple turns.
Got it.
Suddenly I was
There
floating.
must be a switch to open this door somewhere.
That didn't feel too good. Haha. In we go.
What's that?
Enemies up ahead!
Leave this to me, boys. Run! 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 Run!
I'll take the lead!
Looking good.
I think the keys are around here.
What? Where?
It's gotta be up there.
Here we go!
Here we go.
Thank you.
Run! Run! Level up!
How do we get in this tower if it doesn't have a door?
Run! 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 Run!
Where the heck are you aiming, dude?
How do we get in this tower if it doesn't have a door?
Run! Run! Level up! Run! 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 Run!
Look! There it is again!
Run! Run! Run!
Alright, that's...
How do we get in this tower if it doesn't have a door?
Gotta go down, I guess. And then back up. So it feels like I missed a key somewhere just from what had been said. Okay.
I'll take the lead!
Here we go! Run! Level up! Run!
I'll take the lead! Here we go!
Camera, man.
We did it!
Here we go!
I'll take the lead!
Here we go!
Whew.
What's going on?
It's reversing the reverse!
That means we're back to normal again!
For now.
I'll take the... Here we go!
Alright, where am I now?
Here we go!
Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa,
Let's go!
I'll take the lead!
What are you singing about?
whoa. Singing.
Here we go! Run!
Oh, that's what hurt me.
Run!
I'm not in this.
I think the keys are around here!
What? Where?
And I'm back at the beginning again.
Let's go down there.
Well, that's worrying.
Got it.
Or maybe we're not.
Are those Eggman's robots?
Or maybe... Yeah, I think we are back at the start.
What?
Oh no!
The world is turned upside down!
Okay, yeah, I'm concerned now. Especially when that happened, I could have died from that.
Here we go. Pew, pew. Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'll take the lead. Here we go. Here we go.
Lovely retracing my steps. So...
By the looks of those torches, they mark a pathway. I sense something.
Here we go. Not bad.
Although... it appears that there should be...
I'll take the lead.
something here. But it's not really giving me an indication of what should be there, so I'm not gonna... I don't feel like taking chances here.
Yeah. Here we go. Look, there it is again. Ah!
Look, the door's open.
Here we go.
Alright,
Not
just
bad.
hunt for keys, cause I'm sure I missed some somewhere. Not to mention, it still feels like there should be something here.
I'll take the lead. Here we go. Pew.
Here we go.
So, I wonder if I'm supposed to be able to get by that somehow.
Whoa.
Dang it.
I'll take the lead.
Any keys around here?
Here we go.
Doesn't look like it. Alright.
Here we go. Here we go.
I mean, underneath the platform by the tapestry. No, there's... Yeah, there's nothing there. Unless you're referring to something else, in which case I couldn't tell you. The lack of railing makes me suspicious, but I don't know.
Here we go.
Hello, some guy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, I have a couple of options here.
Here we go.
Don't think I went this way. Yep, this is Team Chaotix.
Here we go.
Hey, they're asleep. So stay quiet and move slowly.
Yeah, about that.
What are you doing? Be quiet.
There's another key, though.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
I don't think there's anything beyond there, though. Alright.
Here we go. Phew. Here we go. Here we go.
Is there anything around here? No. So I got the key there.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The fact that it's doing that. Okay, so I can't go up higher than that. All right.
I'll take the lead.
Oh,
Here we go.
well, hello there.
Got it.
I didn't see that crack in the wall.
Complete.
Yeah, I'm glad this. I was worried initially when about things going over 10 minutes, but if that was the case, I would have lost so many lives already.
Lackluster performance, I'd say.
But I got through it. I think I only lost one life on that. Mystic Mansion. Blow out all the red torches.
Here's your next mission. You won't be able to escape from the mysterious castle as long as the red torches are burning. Extinguish all of the red torches.
And there's 60.
Blow out the fire.
So I'm guessing. Yep.
I'll take the
Here we
lead.
go. Rah, rah.
I sense something.
I see where you are.
What are you singing about?
Another one of Eggman's puzzles? Let me solve this one.
lead! Here we go! Here we go!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Let's go.
I'll take the lead! Here we go! Here we go!
Not bad.
There we go.
Thank you! Here we
Oh.
go!
So that... Okay. Not sure if the switch opened that or not, but oh well.
What's that?
Enemies up ahead!
Leave this to me, boys. Let's go. Good. Here we go. Level up.
More torches. Any torches elsewhere in this room? I don't think so. No, there is not.
Let's go.
Okay, so I had to have to be at least a bit closer.
Here we go. Let's go.
I'll take the lead! Here we go!
Here we go.
Any other torches?
I'll take the lead! Here we go! Here we go!
Give me that checkpoint.
Here we go. Got it. Anytime you're ready.
Wow! Plenty of enemies around here!
Let's go.
Your shield is useless.
Whoa, not bad.
I don't know what will happen if the switch is triggered!
Probably the same thing whenever any of the other switches like that were. Oh, hello.
Here we go.
Level up!
Anything else? No.
Let's go.
Keep going.
You can't have flowers without bees. Charming, do your thing.
Okay. Nothing down there.
Here we go!
Ah, did.
Here we go!
Okay.
Here we go!
Game. I want to get on the flower, darn it.
Here we go!
This flower. We should ask Charmy to make this flower bloom.
Hitboxes, where are you? Thank you.
Here we go. Level up.
I'll take the lead!
Here we go.
I see that, but
Got it.
okay.
Let's go.
Well, the torches, at least they're showing up in pairs.
Look, there it is again.
That's always nice.
The statue's positions change based on which switch is thrown.
So what happens if I hit this one? Huh.
I'll take the lead.
Seems like there was something else up there
Here we go.
on this switch.
Here we go.
Now it's just a matter of could I actually accomplish anything under that circumstance, and I'm not entirely sure I can.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hopefully this won't set me back.
This is the long hallway.
Come on, Charmy, let's go.
Okay, that was close enough.
There's something wrong here.
We're going around and around and around.
Well, all that matters is that I'm finding the torches at the moment. There's quite a few in here, so I'm glad I made it here.
What's the matter? You holding that boy there?
Here we go now.
This isn't working. We have to find the switch somewhere.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
So I presume that the switch was actually where I just was.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Game.
Here we go.
Game.
Here we go.
There we go. Ah.
Here we go.
So
Here we go. Pew. Pew. Hey. Hey. Pew. 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 Here we go.
Okay, game. I'm not sure what exactly you were doing there, but
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Level up. Let's go.
I'll take the lead.
so
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
eh? Still not.
Hold on and brace yourselves.
Oh, okay. It's one of these sorts of things. Okay, I understand now. Let's see. Which means I have to go this way. but that didn't really accomplish much, now did it?
Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I still don't understand what this whole system is supposed to accomplish.
I'll take the lead.
Let's go.
And then I died.
Well, now's probably a good time as any to say I'm here.
Oh, hello.
Just got here.
Alright.
Welcome to Chaotix's Ace in the Hole. This stage sucks.
Here we go.
Everything.
The reason it
it's-
sucks is because you have to hit every red torch.
Minutes again.
Well, it hasn't seemed bad so far, except there's this one spot. I'm not sure if it's actually.
It's just tedious mostly.
This one spot, I was kind of wondering if it was actually something that I should be doing, or if it's actually supposed to accomplish something.
Here we go.
I don't think so. I think in this particular instance,
Here we go.
and the reason it's confusing, the secondary mission for this particular stage is to extinguish every blue flame.
Okay.
So that's probably all that switch is there for them.
Possibly.
Normally that'd actually be stage progress, but these guys are different.
Oh, well, hello, something. I think something opened.
There's something wrong here.
Yeah,
Something-
that is a very difficult trigger to miss.
Except if I don't actually see it.
Sorry, I meant very easy trigger to miss. Difficult to spot. I know for a fact when I was younger I always missed it. But yeah, there are exactly 60 of these torches, so this mission takes a long time.
Well, the last mission took about 20 minutes. Whoa!
Yeah, because I think you need to find 10 keys. Well, I think you might be screwed. Because you start a triangle jump in a section that's too low. Well, actually, you might be able to save it. If you jump to where you're above the flame, I think you can detach from the wall by pressing a button, but that would be the only way to save it. Oh, and this is your last life.
I'll take the lead.
Here we go.
I guess this is why I probably shouldn't be on speed mode very often, because stuff like that
Here
can
we
happen.
go. Let's go.
Don't fall.
And then I jumped too far, and there you go.
Well, I think the only good thing about that is that that wasn't too far into the stage. I think that was maybe halfway through the stage, so it's not like there's a ton to go back and do.
Yeah, let's go.
And yeah, if you're at 76 here, then that means you were probably stuck with the boss of this area when you
Yeah.
were using Chaotix.
At least this one appears more straightforward than the last one. I ended up taking a second loop to find all the keys I needed.
Yeah, I was actually having a discussion with my mother. I would have probably been on to see this happen otherwise. And in terms of like spooky themed stages, Mystic Mansion is still one of my absolute favorites in games.
So I'm under the assumption that the whirlwind is the only thing that can blow out the fire.
That is correct.
Okay.
I sense something.
I see where you are.
What are you singing about?
That... Nope, that didn't. So I did have to
Lead. Here we go.
hit this switch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like with Chaotix, they hide a lot of the triggers, a lot more
Enemies up ahead.
tricky locations.
To me, boys. Not bad.
Level up.
Here's hoping that I don't miss any that I got the first time.
Well, when you got to the checkpoint that you were just at, you had like 30 of them, so... Which sounds close to right. There are a lot of torches, obviously.
Blow up those torches.
I'll take the lead. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And honestly, in terms of Chaotix mission types, this is probably the worst it gets, in my opinion.
Alright.
The last two stages are pretty straightforward with what you have to do.
Wow, plenty of enemies around here.
Anytime you're ready.
Oh, there's fire here. And the camera is not sure what's going on.
It was trying to turn around.
One other nice thing I've noticed so far is that
If the switch is triggered,
the
What are you singing about?
torches, or at least are in even numbers.
Yeah, I think for the most part for the red torches, they are. I think there's an odd number of blue flames, so that one becomes a little problematic. And some of the blue flames are precarious in position. There's a couple coming up towards the end of the stage, you'll see what I mean.
Last time I hit this last switch, I was facing the other way, so I didn't see the enemies there.
Ah!
But now that I look at it, that time I do see the portraits of the enemies. I think that's a nice little touch.
Yeah, this stage does a lot of really cool things.
Yeah, and I see what you're talking about precarious blue flame positions.
I'll take the lead.
Oh, I think that one, yeah, is above a fan.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because you walked off the ledge there and the SPO was floating up a little bit.
Well, that explains, because I had issues getting into this flower. That explains how I didn't die, I guess.
Oh yeah, they skipped some of the bobsleds in this stage. I forgot about that. Yeah, the other thing about the blue flames too is a lot of them are hiding in a lot more harder places to see. Like those two things above you are both blue torches.
Ah.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
Yeah, sure enough.
Here we go. Got it.
I think at one point there's even a blue flame on a statue's spear. I forget if it was a red flame or a blue flame now, but we'll find out.
And I presume the blue flames on these platforms count as well.
They do count. Thankfully, it's the same flame in each state of the platform, really, so...
So you don't have to do each one once.
Well, I think the difference is on one state, there's one on his head that you have to get. Like, you know, with the spider webs.
Oh, yeah, that one.
So you have to be paying attention or you're gonna miss that one.
See, I was over there, I just didn't see any real significance to it.
This is a little
Yeah, the second mission makes that a little bit more clear.
Let's go.
I think there was another blue flame right there above me a moment ago.
There was...
There's
Blow out all the fire first.
going around and around and around.
I think I might have missed some of them on the way around. I should probably make another loop around just to make sure.
Yeah, you may want to make another pass just to be sure. You had 30 again when you came to this checkpoint, so...
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you missed at least one of them.
Yeah, I did. Because I
Probably
was
a
too
little off position when you did it.
far away. Oop, there, I found it.
Again, one good thing about that tornado is that it literally stops your momentum dead.
I'll take the lead.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's not.
True.
There you are.
Here we go.
I guess part of the reason I also probably am not as content with this particular stage as a kid, I was stuck on it for ages.
There we go.
Thank you.
As you can expect from a 10-year-old not understanding how to get A, where all the torches are, and B, so many of the shenanigans the stage tries to pull. Oh, right back where you were, and with a topped-off life count, so...
Let's go.
I'll take the lead.
Let's go.
Don't fall.
I'll try.
Yeah, the whirlwind's a bit bigger a hitbox than you think sometimes, at least.
Alright.
Yes, now you just gotta do the triangle jump.
There we go.
I'll take the lead.
It's a lot easier than the bullet station one, because there's nothing in your way.
We're fine.
Oh, well, hello. Let's switch to something, probably for that door.
But I think that's literally all that's in that room, actually.
Yeah.
Because other teams enter this room from below.
Oh, okay. It didn't open what I thought it was going to open.
No. No, it did not.
Spring.
We gotta find the switch to open that door, boys.
Yes.
Ew. Ew. Here we go.
Oh, wow, that is an awkward switch.
Caution, boys.
Yeah, they do that a
Know
couple
what that
times
switch
in
triggers.
most of the teams.
Here we
It's
go.
alive, and it's coming this way.
I don't even have the sound all on because I'm talking to you here, but I can just hear Charmy saying that line in my head.
Yay.
That robot with the hammer is really strong. Even my attacks are useless against him. He's gotta have a weak spot.
So yeah, this is the toughest basic mook in the game. He's the same hammer guy you know, except when he's dizzy you need to knock him over to actually reveal his weak point. Whether that be with a flying move or a power move, I think both work. There's a nice green spot on his head.
Oh, okay. So, I can just do that.
That honestly should not work, but it does, and I honestly love that it does. Because it makes those guys really fun to take out as Big and Vector, because only they can do that.
Oh. He doesn't have to even be swinging his hammer for me to hit it. Or to get hit
Yeah, no,
by it.
once it's revealed, it's fair game.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. And... I thought that was a key. I guess not.
No, that was, I think, a ring on the flame.
Oh.
Keys are always in boxes.
Let's go.
I just saw something yellow in there. My logic
Yeah, I think
goes wherever
it's
it
another
goes.
it's another pair of torches from looks. Oh yeah, there's those blue flames I was talking about.
Oh, the ones on the lances, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's going to be enemy... Oh, nope. No, there won't. Well, I see the various cracks in the wall, but first things first.
Let's go.
Now go and get the rest.
Here we go.
Yeah, I believe only one of them actually leads out, but you can break pretty much all of them.
Yeah, well, there's a blue flame hidden behind one. And there's a key hidden behind another. Another blue flame. Couple rings. Progress.
There was a badnik in that one.
Well, well, he ain't there now.
Let's go.
Because it blew up immediately whenever you hit.
Oh, jeez!
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think those blue flames are bait.
I thought maybe there would be a secret passage there, but I guess not.
I mean, I was trying to remember that too, but if I remembered correctly, it was a crusher, and I was right.
Yes, if it's a crusher,
Close
that makes me
enough.
think
I don't think
that-
you have to go under it. If you get close enough, it should come down. Oh, maybe you do have to go under it. Not the most graceful, but it worked.
Yeah, it got the job done.
It's a giant spider web!
Oh boy.
Now, this room on Blue Flames is a pain in the ass. As for Red Flames, I think it's just those two on each side. Like with all the other rails you've been on, the spider webs will move you whenever you come to an intersection.
Yep. Hello, One Up. How are you doing today?
Let's go.
I don't remember which one got me here. Let's just take this one and see where it goes. Thank you, game, for just running me off the edge like that.
Acceleration! Well, the ones on the left are still out, so...
Yeah, but the one up should still be there.
Oh yeah, good point.
Careful
And
not to
this is
fall.
not the way to
Really
get there.
dangerous here.
I'll take the lead!
I'm trying to remember now if one of those rails actually leads to death.
Besides the one I just took.
Don't fall!
Whoa.
Alright. So let's see.
And technically speaking, the rail puzzle can be cheesed with fly formation, because you can just fly over most of the rails.
I'm
It's also
thinking
not a bad
it's-
idea to have on if you do think you're going to fall off, which... Yeah, I'm not actually sure if that happens now, because it looks like every rail does actually lead somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh, and this one was required, because there's a switch over here for the door.
right. Well, there's the torches over here too.
Yeah. But I forgot there was a switch over here.
I don't feel like taking all of the speed boosts, just because that seems to what leads to my... Oh. Okay.
Oh, weird. I think some of it, too, is directional based. Like, if you come in from one way, it will take you a different way.
Well, that one just led me all the way back around. That took me to there. The center one took me to the door. Yeah, but I'm not gonna go full speed because I'm convinced that's what sent me flying.
I
up.
think that is what killed you last time, was the fact that you may have hit the square button to boost on the rail.
No, it's because I was mashing it like I normally did.
Yeah.
I'll take the lead!
There's a switch up there, SBO.
I don't believe there's any torches in this room.
I'm more concerned about the lasers at the moment.
go. Yep. I failed.
I'll take the lead.
We're fine.
Uh-oh, jeez.
What the heck?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think what happened there was you hit a laser, hit the button, but there are lasers on the other side of the button, so you immediately got lasered and died.
Fair enough.
And just as a reminder, SBO can go invisible to not take damage from lasers.
Right.
Careful not to fall. It's really dangerous here.
I was mostly trying to get rid of the enemy there.
Yeah, which I don't blame you. He's kind of in the way.
Kinda, yeah.
And he's the one that likes to suck your rings away.
Oh, is that what he does?
I forget if you have to actually drop them for him to do that. I think that is how that works. But I don't remember.
I have to hit the switch again.
Run! Run!
Let's see. Alright.
Part of me also wonders if at certain intersections it's just the direction you're pressing the stick, which I doubt. There's some rhyme or reason to it, it's just not very clear.
So if I take this going the other way. Nope, that took me right back to the center. Okay. I know from the beginning the right took me to the left.
Yeah, there's not much rhyme or reason, I feel, to these rails.
Alright, so if I go in the center from the beginning... No, that's still... Huh. And that took me back to this one again. Okay.
That one work?
Yes, it did. This will take me... Okay, never mind.
Maybe there is only one way to this platform.
It's looking that way, yeah. Because the other two paths lead back to itself.
It looks that way.
And I know the center path from here will take me to the door. There we go.
There's a switch up there.
I'll take the lead.
Alright. So this time, try it. Be careful. Take
Because
out.
you might even be able to just shoot him with vector shots, even.
He's down to 2 health, so.
Nah, yeah, looks like it.
And 1. And 0.
Let's go.
Turn invisible. Then hit the switch.
the office.
Aha!
There we go. Those are all blue flames. I'm not gonna worry about those.
Level up. Looking good.
Aha.
Hey, why not go down there?
Okay, so yeah.
Oh yeah, this room is really tricky too because there are blue flames in this room as well as red flames.
I see them, yeah. It's the reflection. Okay.
I think you missed the front one of
Yeah,
the
I
front
see it
torches.
I'll take the lead.
And I do believe there's only 4 left in this last room, so you should be good to go.
Yep.
There are torches here, too.
4 left. Found them all. Good. Oh, hello.
There is one problem though.
One small problem, yeah.
Yeah, you don't quite have a team blast charged. That'd be good for getting rid of him. Although if you keep doing move techniques, you might get enough.
Anytime you're ready.
Because just doing things like shooting your team members will charge the gauge.
Yep.
Level up. Let's go.
Well, at least I don't have to go back for any that I missed.
Good job. Mission
Thank goodness for that.
Alright, I might need to step away and get myself some food, but just
Alright.
as a note with Robot Storm, like the only recommended device I have is if there's like 8+ robots in your area, Team Blast will probably clear them out and refill your gauge. There's a lot of robots in Robot Storm for them.
Lackluster performance.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Alright. Thank you for giving me a ring right off the bat.
There you are, you mustache moron. He's the one, right?
mustache moron. I'm the world's greatest. Take him out. Good thing.
Well, that's kind of a clue as to who their
Cost you
employer
extra. Get them.
There was something strange about the client.
Don't worry about it.
We've got to take care of this guy first. Ready?
I'm getting the impression that their client and Eggman are one and the same. Just based off of that little blurb there.
Run, run. Level up. It's truly amazing. Run! Run! Let's go.
I'll take the lead.
Let's go. Whoa, not bad. Run!
Roll up.
Alright, next.
Anytime you're ready.
Ooh, wow, that was abrupt.
It's truly amazing. Level up.
Roll up.
It's truly
Oh,
amazing.
I have to go through the
Destroy the
switch.
sentry robots to open the case. Secure the item to get Eggman.
Run! Run!
Here it comes.
Run! 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 Level up! Whoa, not bad! Run! Smash them all!
Take the lead.
Smashy smashy.
Here it comes.
Let's see how far-reaching this goes. Quite a bit.
We're outnumbered.
Quite a bit.
It's an endless sea of robots. Not bad.
Thank you. Got it.
Here we go. Let's go.
All right, into the cannon.
Crazy. Smash them all.
I'll take the lead. Thank you.
Getting a lot of lives from this level, too. Goodness.
Level up. Here we go. Smash them all. Anytime you're ready.
The only one doing the smashing here is me.
It's truly amazing.
Any more? Nope.
Here we go.
Yeah, Team Blast is definitely putting in some work here.
I'll take the lead. Got it. That was the block.
Yeah, enough of you guys. Woo! So many it went off the screen.
Got it.
Aha.
Here we go.
I see what is taking place here.
I'll take the lead.
Here we go.
The red one, thank you. Hit the red one again, thank you. Pretty sure I can't Team Blast when I'm up in the air like that. So I do have to take care of these guys legitimately. There we go.
Smash them all.
Smashy. Should take out the yellow one. Yes. Good. So now I just got the two greens and the two ones that fly by.
Smash them all.
Oh, did I already take out the other one? Well, that's cool. That should take care of that green one. Yep. Alright. Now I just have to get the timing right on you. That was not it. Just gonna keep it straight ahead, just so I make sure I can actually get back. And that was way too late. Oh, geez, yeah, that's way too late. Okay. Oh, geez, that's still too late. Okay.
Time to give up.
Smash them all! That was too easy. This is only the beginning. It's truly amazing. Smash them all. Let's go.
Alright. Next.
Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's just get rid of all of them.
Behold, ninja power.
Here we go. Got it. Anytime you're ready.
Oh. Okay. Cool. More lives! Yeah!
Truly amazing! Don't get too excited, boys! Those were the easy ones!
Oh, okay then. That was
Ready anytime.
rather inconsequential.
I guess I missed the entire skirmish. How'd it go?
Went rather well. The hardest part was the Space Invaders segment.
The cannon, yeah.
It was mostly
That's easily the most difficult part of this entire mission.
It was mostly hitting the one that flies by all the way across. It was I had to finagle the timing on that one. But yeah, holy cow, the team move put in some work. I got a bunch of lives off of it. There was one,
I told you, it's so good in that fight.
and there was one segment where I got so many rings it went all the way off the screen.
Yeah, it does that. Their Team Blast is probably the most broken from a spam perspective because they can just get it so often, so quickly.
I did not see what the goal was for this.
It's just get to the goal, but I think you have to not get detected by enemies.
Finish the job. That's
Alright.
our policy. We're Team Chaotix.
Here's your next mission.
These last two missions are honestly not that bad. Yeah. So, basically, fight nothing, and go invisible because you need to get around enemies.
Yep.
Cannons detecting you is fine, but any enemy detecting you is an instant loss. Most of the time if there's a door, there's going to be a switch in the area. Actually, no, I think killing them invisible is technically fine, isn't it? Never mind. It's only if they notice you, because if you're attacking them all invisible, they technically don't notice you. There's a switch.
Yeah, and then I ran into one, and that was that. Okay. How many lives?
I'm still not sure if that takes a life, because I never see the life counter show up when that happens.
Well, I'm at 11 now, so
So if it happens again, we'll see.
yeah. I thought I was at 11 before, but I wasn't really paying much attention.
Come out, wherever you are!
taking at least a couple of these out is probably best. Just so I don't run the risk of running into them.
Yeah, I always forget that when SPO is invisible, he can technically kill enemies and not be detected. It's kind of a strange loophole. There's a very early checkpoint.
I don't mind.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Yep. 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 Yep.
That egg
Ah.
definitely wants you.
Well, I didn't fail.
He didn't see you. Interesting. And your tornado took out the boxes.
Let's go.
I see the lasers.
I'll take the lead.
On the other version of this mission, you have to do this same thing, but you also have a time limit.
We did.
Ah,
You're a bee. You're supposed to be used to flying, aren't you?
Oh god.
I'm fine.
Here we go.
Oh, I got a 1-up from that, and I'm dead.
Yeah. That I remember that one up being weird when it comes to actual, like, getting on the rail following it.
Why not try up there? Here we go.
So I got the 1-up, so that brought me back up to 12, then back down to 11.
Let's go.
Dang.
Yep.
Look at all those ships. I wonder if we can take one. I'll take the lead.
Oh, okay. There's ground here.
Here they come. Watch out. Let's go.
See, here they come. I'm going.
Probably
invisible.
around the corner, if I had to guess.
Ah, yeah.
Yep, there he is.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Does
Yep.
this thing doesn't doesn't do much for damage, but it's reliable.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Although it's probably just because SBO is only level 1. See,
Bubbling up doesn't actually change the shuriken damage, I'm pretty sure.
I'm always worried about actually holding any sort of direction after doing that, after hitting a plunger or something, because I'm afraid that's what's going to kill me.
Here we go now.
I don't feel like getting that.
Yeah, you'd have to break that cage with Vector if you wanted that.
Yeah.
Look at all those ships. I wonder if we can take
And that's why I... Yeah.
Hey, why not try up there? Here we go.
Yeah. Let's go. Yep.
Alright.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
I'm pretty sure I was able to fly up there before, but I can't fly now, and that worries. That makes me. I'm wondering why.
I think this game is really weird when it comes to preserving whether or not you can actually do a fly. And I have a couple guesses as to why it's happening. I may pay attention next life if you do end up having to go back again.
Maybe I activated a fly before then
Right
or
before
something?
going in. That's what my thought is. That would be like the most plausible explanation, at least.
This time, don't hold anything after that, and it'll put me right on the railing. Good.
Option B was to get on Charmy and use it as a safety buffer.
Hello, checkpoint. What did you say about the cannon? The cannons were fine?
Yeah, the cannons attacking you I don't think matters. They're not considered enemies, they're considered structures.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
Especially since you have to fly right here and there's a cannon right there.
Right.
Yeah, when it means enemies, it means the robots.
Let's go.
Didn't need Charmy for that.
There are so many battleships. Could this be Eggman's armada?
You're probably intended to use Charmy, but
They're all controlled
But-
by robots.
not necessarily required here.
Their checkpoint.
Keep it that way.
This time you have to take out the robots.
Because their line of sight's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Plus there's one right in the middle of them, so...
Oh, it's one of those. Okay, I see what you mean now.
Because the other two are in the cages.
Here we go.
You stay there.
And yeah, when it comes to the
Stay
three
there.
switch puzzles, you can use either power or fly to set those up.
Let's go.
Set up my invis ahead of time, just in case. And
Darn, I forgot to pay the electric bill.
I want to say only one of these actually warps, but I could be wrong.
Here we go.
get
That one
on-
definitely warps because it's got the glow.
Right.
Maybe best.
No, they probably both led to a location.
Hey, they're asleep. So stay quiet and move slowly.
What are you doing? Be quiet.
Damn it, Charmy.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, the structures that are laid out in this area to kind of work to your advantage.
Okay, I see what's going on here.
Let's go.
Ready anytime.
Ew. Okay, I see. There's what appear to be barriers there, but
They're pretty limited in scope. This
more
is
like I didn't
not
want
the
to make. I didn't
battleship.
want to run the risk that they weren't.
Yeah, this leads into the actual swordfish battleship, so you're almost through the stage.
Here we go.
Let's go.
I think similar to Team Rose, the goal is at the top of this structure.
I'll take the lead. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
I don't remember whether or not you have to kill the enemy in this room, though. Because there's a big cannon, there's a guy right behind it.
Well, there's.
That's looking like a yes. Can you Team Blast him and it not matter? I don't know.
I'd rather not find out.
You will need to wait for him to lower the shield again,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine. At least I can get 2 hits in.
And as you notice, your level isn't actually affecting his shuriken damage.
Yeah, I'm noticing that now, yeah.
And I think that's specifically because only SBO of the speed characters actually has this option of projectile.
Makes sense.
Eggman must be really rich. Wonder if he'd hire us.
Yep, that opened the way.
I guess there was a switch to open up the Team Blast box then.
Yeah.
So you probably could have Team Blasted him.
And there's the goal.
Roger.
And we are done.
Be on guard.
Oh, well, I actually got a D on that one.
Yeah, again, for some reason it was resetting your time at checkpoint deaths.
Hmm.
You also skipped the last checkpoint. I was going to say that if you ended up dying, but
Oh, did I? Okay.
yeah, you flew on that ship with the 7 switches and the laser beam. There was a checkpoint you flew over on the dash panel.
Fair enough. Final Fortress. Find the keys to the cell where the client is locked up.
There are 5, you only need 3. I think the first one's literally very close to the front of the stage.
So even though the thing
And-
says 5,
Hey guys!
Oh, it says there's a total of 5. Oh, never mind, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there were 10 keys. Maybe I just misremembered that.
that's 1. Oh, right. That mechanic. I forgot about that.
Yeah, thankfully if a platform does start falling, you can still run on it while it's falling.
Are those Eggman?
It's not like you're completely screwed.
Guys!
Oh, knock him out!
Yeah, the keys are scattered, and I think for the most part, they are being held in enemy-locked safes. So it's simple enough to know where they are.
Here we go!
I don't think you can actually kill him.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Of course, after this, you are going to have the Emperor to deal with again as well.
I'll take the lead! Here we go!
Oh, yeah, the final boss?
Distance from the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, boys. Let's go.
At least you know how he works now, though, so that might allow that to go a little faster this time.
And or successfully.
This too.
Not sure if this is accomplishing. Well,
I'll take the lead!
I can just
Here
fly.
we go!
Yeah, I think there's just hooks up there you can latch onto.
Yep.
Here we go!
Hit that checkpoint. Thank you.
Here we go.
One thing I often see joked about with this game is the fact that Charmy as a bee definitely cannot carry SBO and Charmy if he was an actual, like, bee in our world, because bees cannot carry the weight.
If you follow the meme, I want to say, wouldn't they not have the means of even supporting their own weight? Based off of physics and such?
I'm not even sure, yeah.
I think there's a meme regarding that or something. Probably something involving the Bee Movie or something.
Probably. Wouldn't be surprising, that's where most bee-related memes come from.
Anytime you're ready. Let's go.
Not sure if I should bother destroying these, but there might be something hidden under them. Like some rings. Well, hello.
Wait, that robot with the hammer is tough. Might be wearing a helmet.
And you are guarding
A key.
a key.
But why did Eggman kidnap our client?
So,
You can always press the note button. Just get rid of him that way.
yeah, that's probably for the best. I have it, might as well use it.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Get on the rail, please, thank you.
Hello.
That's
Oh,
Sonora.
hello,
Hi,
Sonora.
Hello.
I am now trying to remember if Team Chaotix has to deal with a particular mechanic in this stage.
Usually,
I don't believe they do.
they usually have to deal with some.
Where's the fan switch?
Like, I can't even see what stage y'all.
He's on Final Fortress with Chaotix. Which is why I'm questioning whether or not Chaotix has to deal with a specific mechanic.
Let's see what's up there.
Let's go.
I'll take the lead. Here we go.
I know for a fact that Dark and Sonic have to deal with this particular gimmick in this stage. I don't think Chaotix does. I think most of the sections that they would have to deal with it, they skip past with Charmy's flowers.
Yeah.
Anytime you're ready.
I'll have Team Blast ready to go.
Not bad.
Spring.
Let's get the keys and rescue the client.
Also, I'm in another realm. Ah.
Oh yeah, you're out on a trip, right?
I'm at the beach. Yeah.
Okay. There's probably right. The spring right there, Dirk.
Yeah. Generally speaking, the stages have a lot of the same layouts for all the teams.
I'm basically just here to fill out the third slot. Sonic Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really. Cause A, I'm quiet. Probably.
Oh, there's key number 3.
But the fact that y'all.
Well,
That's
now that I'm
fine.
seeing this, maybe they do have to deal with it. I'll know soon enough.
This switch.
Yeah, I do not have my laptop
Let's give it a try.
stuff. I normally would do. Whatever.
We just barely made it.
Normally your team would be joining you on that. But SPO's invisible.
Well, everyone's here.
Are you sure about that? Cause
Yeah, they are. They follow them onto the rails, but when he hit the button, it was just SPO.
And I was invisible, too.
Yellow. I said yellow laser.
Oh boy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they do deal with it.
I'm glad the electricity didn't
Toes, boys.
didn't
That's
damage
your
me,
that's
but
your warning.
that was my warning. Okay.
The colors are always the same when it comes to the 3 rails. Red is the left, blue is the right, yellow is in the middle. But you get the preview anyway, so it's not really all that important. Gotta kill him the slow and painful way.
I don't have to. Or maybe I do.
I'll take the lead.
They're very persistent with their shields. In fact, I think usually when it comes to like dealing with these guys, I will wait for them to shoot a laser because I don't think they can do anything else once they're shooting a laser. So it like allows me to have the pot shot opening, but you can kind of just kill them however necessary. In fact, since you have good team levels on everybody.
Oh, I got stupid lucky there.
Ooh, you did, but you have no ring, so be careful progressing through this triangle jump. Yeah, it looks like I can't shoot quite that high. I think you can triangle jump straight through it even.
So I could just fire them at the 3s. In theory, there we go. There we go. There's some rings.
Yeah, springboards are your friends when you need rings. Or protection of any kind, really.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's a pole coming in from above, if memory serves.
Yeah, I was... Okay.
I mentioned this briefly before. When you have level 3 speed, you can home and attack poles and you'll just cling to them.
Looks like I have no choice but to go fly from this part.
I think Vector was actually saying he could break it.
Here we go. Let's go.
So is that supposed to be invincibility?
Yep.
Cool. I had seen it a couple other times, and that's... Yeah, let's just deal with you.
It's not super prominent. It does seem to kill the cannons, at least. I don't think Rose's does. I do remember there being a key in this upcoming section here, so you should be just about finished.
All right. Leave them to me.
Yep, it's right there.
I forget if I said this previously, and you've probably noticed it by now, but whenever you die, you do lose all your team levels.
Oh, yeah. That's 5!
Mission complete.
And because you never died, you actually have a pretty good score.
Looks like something's blowing up in the distance.
Could also be thunder, but it might just be a cannon.
Maybe this
It's a D. $35. So, besides health, should I expect anything different?
No, it's the same. Well, I think... Can there be different enemies? I don't believe there are.
Enough of this! Espio Charlie Victor! Time for me
Because other than his health maybe being a bit higher, the fight should be pretty much the same.
Real evil is. This must be the final stage.
Is that it?
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
Yeah, like the only other place there could be differences is in the enemies leading up. Which does appear to be the case. Because I don't think it was bomb droppers for Rose.
I don't think so either. And I don't think there were those guys either.
There also weren't jellyfish either. I know there were rings in the cannon for Rose too. I don't think that's going to be something you can take advantage of this time.
But
Oh no, there is some. Okay. You stopped it at a minute on the dot.
nice.
Yeah, he still has 150. I think his health actually is consistent between all four then. Because Rose did have 150 health for him as well.
And I died.
What real evil is.
Well, you got plenty of lives at least.
Yeah, not that it really matters.
Not that it really matters, I was about to say.
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
Ay, dang it.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that happens.
This must be the final.
In terms of design, it's one of the cooler looking Eggman bosses, but it's definitely one of the more annoying ones.
Okay. Thought I was down.
Uh-oh.
I thought I was low enough that I could dodge. I definitely thought I was low enough to dodge that.
Yeah, that one you probably should have been able to dodge.
When that robot is far enough away, they'll go charging!
He's charging. Alright.
Wow.
Real
Oh, this Ray Jellyfish just dogpiled you.
Yeah, they kind of did.
be the final stage.
Is that it?
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
Oh dear. Go, go, go. Come on. Don't like being comboed like that. Okay, I still dodged that somehow.
Yeah, there are exactly 3 jellyfish.
And then I died due to damage.
Real evil is. This must be the final stage.
Is that it?
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
That robot will charge us once
There we go.
Looking good. Anytime you're ready.
Nothing else. This should do it. At least do damage to something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Team Blast, no matter what, does like 20 damage both to him and his gauge, in his shield rather. 20 or 30, something like that. Nope, looks like he's moving.
Yep.
I may to boot this up on Dolphin at some point because I'm getting a hankering to play this game again.
Whoa.
I was gonna say he's gonna be flying in because you got ahead of him there.
Looking good. Anytime you're ready.
Okay, that works.
Nothing personal, just serving up justice.
Judgment Day!
You're gonna regret starting this fight. Not over yet, troublesome fool.
Not sure how much health he had left there.
He's got about 80 from looks. I can't quite clearly see it either.
Get
He's
too
past
far.
the third, I know that much at least, because the quotes are like at each third of his health.
Oh dear.
Oh boy, I think I know what's about to happen here. Yep.
I'll show you what real evil.
Not much I could do against that, is there?
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, do you dash or do you not? Because the timing sometimes just doesn't line up.
What do you mean, dash? Well, oh, there, I guess I could fly up there, huh? And then I just got knocked off.
I'll show you what real evil is.
Yeah, I know it's a part because they were reusing assets, but the path really needs to be this thin.
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down. Level up.
I'll take the lead!
Funny thing too is that in the 3DS version of Sonic Generations, they actually reuse this fight, and it fights very differently because it's done in modern Sonic style. Well, that almost worked.
Anytime you're ready.
Oh, is he gonna charge? No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Now he might, because he went and did that. Which means you don't get the speed level up, which is what was in that balloon, but you didn't die. I think that's a little more important.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, each of those little, like, differing branches you can take at the dash panel is basically a level up for
Okay.
each.
Apparently I didn't go into the ring there.
Yeah, I think you got knocked below it. Yeah, each of those is just a way to get more level ups for each of the team members, those balloons.
Fair enough.
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
Pole being for speed, the ring being for fly.
Right. The one you need to do it with is the level up you get.
Pretty much. But you've been able to cheese the fly one with the power formation.
Have I?
Yeah, because you just got Charmies there by having SBO pop the balloon.
Okay. Okay.
I'll show you what real evil is. This must be the final stage. Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough.
Oh boy. Incoming charge! Yep.
I'll show you what real evil
Yeah, it's always when he gets a certain distance away from you, he'll just charge you immediately.
Translation, I get hit once and he does it.
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
When that robot is far enough away, he'll go charging!
Looking good. Anytime you're ready. Let's go.
It. Ah, dang it.
I'll show you what real evil is. This must be the final stage. Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
This is making me wish I had a lock-on button.
Yeah, I'll admit the camera's kind of a nightmare, especially in this fight, since you do have a 3D arena for him for the main point where you're actually damaging him.
Looking good. Anytime you're ready.
Well, I destroyed something in there, in the midst of that.
I think there was a gold robot you freed that was probably in the vicinity. Ellie's moving on.
Except, Okay, oh wow, I'm amazed I actually got through that.
Yeah, you threaded a bit of a needle there. This, however...
Well,
yeah, I would just wait for him to finish.
I'm alive.
Espio also thankfully grabbed a ring for you.
Nothing personal, just serving up justice.
You're gonna regret starting this fight. It's not over yet, troublesome fools.
I'll take the lead!
You have found the strategy I usually use on this fight, which is just to spam Thunder Shoot to damage him.
It works.
Well, especially since you have a max level fly level, it definitely hurts. Yeah, I was gonna say he might charge.
Yeah, he did.
That was a very difficult window to try and squeeze in.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's go!
At least I have a plan in place for how to go about this.
Looks like we're in a jam, boys.
Evil must die. Beware my ninja power.
Enough of this. Espio, Charlie, Victor. Time to meet your maker.
Bring it on!
I'll show you what real evil is.
This must be the final stage.
Is that it?
Not really, boys. This is where we have to get tough. Don't let your guards down.
Dang it. And now he's gonna charge!
Robot will charge us.
No he didn't. No he didn't.
Be sure not to get
Yes he did!
Yeah, he was in the middle of an attack. I think that's like the only rule for him being unable to charge is if he is in the middle of doing something currently, I don't believe he is allowed to charge. Otherwise, he will charge you like as soon as he's given an opportunity.
Yeah.
Anytime you're ready.
I'll take the lead!
And that's not doing a darn thing.
I guess it does take a couple of fly levels for it to actually do something then.
Yes.
And given the fly level up is right in the middle of all of this nonsense, it's not the easiest one to grab.
There's the charge! Well, I got my team blast ready in the midst of all that noise.
Well, that's good, because it means you can use it on the jellyfish to get extra rings.
And you just do it right here, right in his face. Oh, apparently it only destroyed 2 of them.
Oh, guess the last one wasn't in range.
Nothing personal, just serving up justice.
Judgment Day!
You're gonna regret starting this fight. It's not over yet. Troublesome fools.
I'll put an end to your evil ways, Eggman.
I'm gonna hurt you!
That was a good bit of damage I just did.
Wrap this up. I won't go down that easy. Take this.
Yeah, okay, I'm alive, You're not charging.
Anytime you're ready. Take this.
I got through the window, that window.
You got another team blast ready.
Yes, I do. Okay.
Oh god. Yeah, I think you still missed the third one.
Yeah, I think I did. Just because it was too far away.
Yep.
I'll take the lead!
But I'm real close to killing him right now.
I was gonna say, you can definitely kill him right now.
Gotcha!
Impossible.
So, like, if you can get a high-level flyer in for this fight, it just, he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Not to mention, fly is one of the ways you stop his shield, so it kind of just defeats the entire purpose of the fight.
Whew.
Alright!
Dang, I got a B on that.
Yeah, this is a long fight. I think under, like, 4 minutes is probably an A.
Oh, that's two routes down.
This is an important cutscene, though.
What do you mean, after all?
Dr. Eggman, I presume.
Yep.
What's going on?
What's up?
You knew it was me all along, didn't you? It's all part of being a good detective.
Were we fooled that easily?
You're rotten!
Hey, hold on, you guys. It's no trick, and besides, I plan on paying you. You'll be rewarded handsomely for helping me. As soon as I conquer the world, I will pay you. Some nerve promising what you ain't got. We've been had. Just wait a minute. Just listen to me.
Take this, you bad man!
I take it Team Chaotix don't take IOUs.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I figured it was Dr. Eggman as soon as I think it was Vector called him like a weird, like a evil mustache something or other, and the guy on the speaker seemed to take umbrage with that. So that was what clued me in.
Yeah, so what that basically reveals for any other story you see is that Eggman isn't actually at play at any of it. Because he's been captured the entire time.
Yeah.
Also, Team Chaotix is a kick-ass song, and it's done by Gunnar Nelson.
I have no idea who that is.
I don't really know either, I just know my brother brings it up.
If he's part of a group, I may recognize the name of the group, but him by himself, no.
I think he's a solo musician, or
Crush 40. Huh?
Is he Crush? I don't think he's
from the Nelsons. No, I don't recognize that. Gunnar Nelson from the Nelsons. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
So I wonder if because of that whole revelation, I wonder if the developers intended for Chaotix to be done last.
I think they did intend for the story to go left to right.
Right, makes sense.
But because you can pick it in any order, Chaotix's revelation kind of has some of the most sting to it.
Yeah.
In fact, it's one of the first things you see in the last story's cutscenes. But there's another big revelation that occurs in both Team Sonic and Team Dark stories at the after the exact same boss that gives you a much better idea of what's actually going on.
So, last story?
Last story is what you get for getting all the emeralds.
Okay. I'm not gonna worry about that.
Yeah. It's one really cool boss fight, and that's all it is.
Just a reminder, the emeralds, I'd have to beat a stage with a key.
With a key.
Okay.
And then you have to beat the special stage. Not to mention they have to be the even numbered stages. And the dumb thing about this game is that the special stages are, like in how some of classic Sonic stages, if you lose a special stage, it'll rotate to the next one.
Yeah.
In this game, they are specific to a stage. So special stage 1 you can only get from Ocean Palace, for example.
Well, at least you have the option of revisiting specific stages once you've beaten them.
Yeah, but that does mean you have to play those specific stages when you're missing an emerald.
It makes finding them easier.
Yeah. Gathering the emeralds is probably easiest as Team Rose, but even then, the special stages are a thing to learn. Because you have to catch up to an emerald before it reaches the end of the stage.
Okay.
And the physics are weird.
Alright, so that's Rose and Chaotix 100%. Might as well get started on Team Sonic then.
Which is the one they probably expect everybody to start with.
Because it's Sonic.
When I play this game nowadays, I tend to do Rose, Chaotix, Sonic, Dark, and kind of just follow the difficulty curve as far as I usually see it. Chaotix and Sonic can probably be interchanged. They're about the same in difficult. Now, you said Sonic and Dark were both at 18, so
yes.
I imagine that's probably either Power Plant or the team fight. Oh yeah, this was always weird.
A, fancy telegram. B, Sonic running backwards.
Fancy telegram indeed.
And Sonic running backwards.
Sounds like an invitation to
Must be pretty confident to not worry about running into things when running backwards like that.
Got this one. Ha, think I'd miss this? Time to crack that Eggman wide open. Yeah, let's party.
And yeah, who cares about the plane? Tails could
I'm also remembering this was one of the last games where Sonic's first voice actor was used.
Head for the whale. So we're back to the same old straightforward.
These are bot standard levels now. This is what you would be doing with Rose, except it's the full-length stages now. But yeah, for Shadow the Hedgehog, they went with the 4Kids TV Sonic X voice acting cast instead for the games for a few years. Which is how we got the modern-day Eggman that everybody knows and loves, Mike Pollock.
When you lose a life, you restart from the last checkpoint you touched.
Probably Contracts, Omega. They actually changed them again in 2010 with Sonic Colors.
Leave them to me, Sonic.
Okay.
In the case of Eggman's voice actor, though, that was actually forced. His voice actor actually died prior to Shadow the Hedgehog's release.
Yeah, there's no getting around that.
Let's go.
And as for Pollock was a 4Kids actor, which is why he was doing Eggman's Shadow the Hedgehog. But I think because everybody loves him as Eggman so much, they re-signed him when the contracts were expiring. So he's like the only consistent voice from like 10 years ago.
Already?
Level up.
So I noticed I just got a key.
Let's leave it to Sonic.
Even
They're
though-
in the odd special they're on the odd stages too, but they're practice stages where you can get like 1-ups.
Oh, okay.
It's a way to like learn the course
Okay, that makes sense.
without racing the emerald.
During a jump while in speed formation to attack.
Because I thought I had gotten one.
Blue tornado attacks enemies.
Yeah, you did get one, I think, in even Casinopolis with Team Rose. Yeah, Team Rose is your standard fair. Not Team Rose, sorry. The Blue Tornado is your standard fair tornado move for speed character.
It's really steep here. Be careful. Some of the submerged sea ruins move when you get close to them.
For some reason, Knuckles sounds a little off. But maybe
He has
that's-
a Sonic Adventure voice actor still, so
Let's go.
it was kind of the more laid-back Knuckles as opposed to the like more rough and gruff one that we get in later games.
Level up.
Okay, I passed. Not sure what passing that means, but
Yeah, the first bobsled they show you does not prepare you at all for the one in Bullet Station.
no.
And it's like the only ones they show you are like in Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace, and you have to barely do anything in. There's like no chance of dying.
I'm just more wondering what the time limit is for.
I think that is literally for
Bring them down using thunder shoot.
maybe points, if anything.
Yeah! Level up!
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, that upper path there was if you went up there with Fly and get into those in time. Fly can here kind of goes up back up to where that was actually.
All right.
So in theory, these are stages that won't take 20 minutes to go through.
Oh, because you're not searching for an objective, the stages basically go with the pace you're going.
Yeah.
Your rings fell through the floor. That should not have happened.
Yeah, I
Level up!
noticed that I don't have any at the moment.
There should be some coming up in the loop there.
Yeah, I have some now.
Yes! Knuckles, we're counting on you.
Okay.
Well, that's certainly an
Looks like
attack.
we can use that cannon.
Knuckles' power moves with levels are really good. Probably, like, I would say Omega has the best in terms of the power characters, which would be for Team Dark. But Knuckles' are pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, progress is above, so you can pick anything other than power to get out of here.
Whoa! Level up!
Bobsled again.
Again, I don't think you can even die on this one.
Right.
Alright.
If you're going to introduce a mechanic like the bobsled, and then you're going to make a section where, you know, you have to dodge things, you really should teach that mechanic better, which they didn't. This game is also the source of a much, like, memed Tails quote, which is, look at all those Eggman's robots. You will probably hear that at least once. Playing through the stage.
You know what? We'll see what this does.
Team Chaotix Team Blast is kind of like the most box standard. It's basically just kill all the enemies on screen. I believe there is a weird function to which, if you, while the stage is draining, Chaotix homing attacks are like amplified in some manner, but I never really understood how to make that.
Wasn't sure what was down that stump. I wasn't gonna find out.
I think that just led you back down to where you were just a little while ago. Right before the cave. I think Dark has to go up through that path, actually, to get to the end. I could be remembering that wrong.
Right, you did mention that emblems for bosses only count the first time.
Yeah, that's why you didn't get any after the Egg Emperor.
Ocean Palace.
A sea palace.
Looks like Eggman's robots are here too.
I'm ready to take them out. Level up.
If I remember correctly, on the run with Team Rose, the stage ends at the Turtles. There's a little bit more after that in the rest of the team's stages.
Well, there's the Tails line.
Knuckles, can you break these ruins with your punches?
Let's go up there.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Here we go.
Stone pillars on both sides of the path are beginning to crumble. We better get moving.
So I'm noticing that.
You can go up if you use the current from that bend.
So does
Triangle die.
Sonic have something that where he can follow rings or something? Because I've been noticing that the square button's been.
Yeah, I believe the light dash is present in this game.
Because I've been noticing.
He and Shadow are the only two that can make use of it.
Because I've been noticing that there was a square symbol popping up when I was going through rings.
Yeah, I believe light dash is in this. It's just not as prominent as it is in other Sonic games that use it.
And probably not as reliable either.
I imagine. Oh yeah, one difference between Knuckles and Omega in comparison to like Vector and Big, who you've been using earlier, you'll notice is that, unlike them, Knuckles will keep his team members close to him and use them in the attacks. It's like extended punching gloves. If you want to like shoot them instead, you have to use them in the air.
Yeah. And I could have done the triangle jump there, but oh well.
Yeah, I think that's like the first place they teach you about it, which is why it's like they expect you to do it in Team Chaotix, and if you didn't do the first story first, then it's like, well, what are you supposed to do here? It's the one problem with not doing Sonic for all the others, is that it's the one that teaches you most of the mechanics.
Level up.
Ooh, one of them.
Just because I'm pretty sure there's a one up in this area you just went into.
Now it's just a matter of where am I supposed to go? Probably this way.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Hello, invincibility.
This turtle is swimming with a
And the turtles. Okay, they're coming up.
Well, at least he'll carry it and not us. Looks like that case is being protected by the robots. We should take care of them first.
Whee! Okay. That could have ended badly, I think.
Yes, it could have.
Leave it to me. Dave,
Got it.
leave it to me. Let's go.
Got it.
Leave it to me.
There was something along the way that said that I could hit square to cancel out of it.
All right.
Got it.
All right. Okay. All right.
Level up.
Not bad.
One kind of weird little thing you can do mechanically with Knuckles too is because he like dives into the air before doing his level increased move, you can use it to like bounce on an enemy repeatedly and deal damage.
Enemies with fire dunks by pressing the square button in power formation. As
Yeah, there's the name for that thing, the Fire Dunk. I knew they named it by name at one point in the stage.
Too cool.
Ah, well, there goes the ring. The key, I mean.
Knuckles, we're counting on you.
Yeah, I actually held on to that one for a decent bit there.
Yeah. I lost it because I didn't see that one. Because camera.
I don't remember if this is actually the case, but I want to say that Sonic and Dark actually have faster speed than Rose and Chaotix, but I could be wrong.
Got it.
Let's go up there.
You're gonna want to run.
I was about to say, is that gonna do what I think it's going to do?
Get out of the way. Here we go.
Probably expects you to be using a speed character here, but I don't think it matters. Just as long as you're running.
Join the
Yeah.
party.
I'm falling!
Whoa.
Go, 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 goal.
Yes.
Whew,
Well, you're actually gonna get to do a special stage.
I guess.
And the first one's actually really easy because there's no obstacles to run into.
Oh, I'm sure I'll find a way.
And I don't know how unpopular an opinion this is, but this game actually happens to have my favorite special stage theme in terms of music.
I know in my other file I did have one Chaos Emerald. Heck if I know which one it was, though.
It was probably green, which is the first one here.
Special stage.
And yeah, since I know you kind of asked him earlier, Robert Gunderson, yeah, I would say it's been a learning process. I wouldn't say he's been having, like, the worst time with the game, but it's not been the perfect time with the game either. Its flaws have definitely shown. The thing that's really tricky about the special stages is just getting used to moving around in the two, because you can go anywhere on this tube, including the ceiling.
I'm more wondering how I'm supposed to catch up to this.
You can hold square to boost when you have boost gauge at the top right there, which you get by collecting the orbs.
Right.
So as long as you're holding the button, you'll just boost until you run out.
Yes!
And okay, yeah. That's the easy one.
Yep. The star-based orbs as well, they give more boost gauge than traditional orbs, so that's what. There's usually a couple sections in special stages that flood you with those to try and catch up.
And I see it, Chad. I think it's one of the worst games ever made. You realize this is the only 3D Sonic game I've ever played, right? I really don't have anything else to base my opinion on. Like I said, I never played 06, so I can't really exactly comment on that one. Never played Unleashed, I never played Shadow, never played any of those.
I have, and personally, I think Heroes is given a bad rap. I don't think it's the worst thing out there. It's not perfect, but you can have fun.
Although, apparently, from what we had spoken of earlier, apparently me playing the PS2 version isn't doing me any favors.
Yeah, supposedly that version has worse collision and other problems with it.
Spirit Tales.
I played the GameCube version, which I don't believe had any of those problems.
Yeah! Try slowing it down. Then Sonic and I will take it from there.
Got it.
Yeah, that's this community that's the Sonic community in a nutshell, sadly.
Okay.
I'm afraid I don't know what's being said for obvious reasons.
It's just that many people like to pretend like these games are demon spawns from the depths of hell.
Initiate rotary attack. Whoa!
Amusingly, I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing you fight the Egg Hawk proper, because the other times you've started these streams I've not been around for the first stages.
He's sure one stubborn scientist.
I'm not ready to give up just yet.
That's the Spirit Tale.
Yeah,
Yeah!
Got it. Initiate rotary attack.
It is actually possible to completely nullify his rotary attack, because his rotors on the sides of his wings do have health.
Oh, away you go.
Level up!
If I break
Yeah,
the
actually
wall,
enlighten me on that, Omega, because I don't recall running into many glitches.
Yeah!
Knuckles, aim for Eggman when the grass is spinning. Yay!
Got it.
Here we go!
Got it. Initiate rotary attack.
And I was trying to move, but apparently I wasn't moving.
Yeah, you were on a weird, like, slant of land.
Man, he's sure one stubborn scientist.
I'm not ready to give up just yet.
That's the Spirit Tale. Yeah!
Nothing else. The light dash is helping keep me in line.
Initiate rotary attack.
Yeah, Heroes overall, I don't recall crashing on me. It's a surprisingly stable game.
Got it. Take this.
That was, I don't know what I was trying to do there.
Yeah, because you didn't have any rings.
Man, he's sure one stubborn scientist.
Thing is, it feels like every time I do an attack, it does nothing and it hurts me
Spirit
instead.
Tale. Yeah!
Got it.
I think I usually just spam homing attacks on the Hawk. I don't... You can kill this thing in a number of ways, because I think you can even just punch the side of it like this. fact, this is probably the fastest way to kill it, is just punch its side repeatedly.
What's the matter, Eggman? Got nothing left?
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah, you just slaughtered him.
That's that.
That's an A rank if I ever saw one.
Yeah, yeah, that should be an A. Bang.
Ready
rank.
for the junk pile.
Falling through rails is sadly not a glitch. Is sadly
Not uncommon.
a feature. It's not uncommon. The hit detection is just really wonky on rails.
Yeah,
The camera in this game is really bad. That's why I can attune to that one. Frame rate issues on speed sections. That I think is just kind of a common thing. The crash just seems kind of random, and I'm not sure what I could attribute that to.
Eggman's robots are taking control of everything.
Let's find Eggman and show him the real power of teamwork.
This must be an automated energy plant.
Now, the one good thing about Chaotix doing this stage is they go through most of the stage, so you should know a lot of what to do with Sonic in these areas.
Assuming I remember what's going on.
Just standing on it carries me
I do love the main gimmick of this area, though, and that's the fast-moving floor.
We're not going there, are we? Yes, we are. Let's head up there. Got it.
Yeah, I guess the other thing I'm wondering, too, is was it a game crash or a system crash? Because it could have been your disc
Energy off the run.
having a read issue on the GameCube.
Go. We can't let him get away with this. Level up. They never give up, do they? Level up. Here we go. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm falling.
Well, was it game just could not be read? Was it error was occurred? Or did it just straight freeze? Because the latter two are the GameCube crashing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The camera rotates with the R2 button and L2 button.
On to the thing.
Yeah, that was your GameCube hitting a hiccup then.
Ready anytime.
All I can attribute that to.
Yes.
Yay, one up.
Whoa. Level up.
Either way, still interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello,
Oh, yeah,
required
they do
light dash.
require light dash in a couple places.
Yahoo.
Makes me glad I figured it out early.
Light dash is honestly one of the mechanics I'm surprised has been cut in more recent Sonics because it kind of fits.
And okay, fine.
Whoa. Yes. Out. Got it.
Level up.
Level up. All right.
Honestly, I kind of like Knuckles' attacks. It seems a bit more mash friendly.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I love playing as Knuckles, and Omega by comparison, because he has a lot of good mashing attacks too.
Go. Take this.
Whereas Vector and Big require you to be a little bit more methodical with how you go about using their attack sequences.
Okay.
Yeah. Not bad.
Knuckles also gets in on the action, which is probably why he feels a lot better to use. So instead of, okay, I need to make sure I shoot this person at this enemy, Knuckles is just like, no, I got this. Just point me at the enemy, we're good to go. Yeah, Omega is less spammable than Knuckles is, but they're both good.
Let's leave it to Sonic.
Because Omega kind of sweeps more so than punches.
Level up.
It's still mash friendly, just not quite as mash friendly as Knuckles.
I saw that one up. I want that one up.
All right. All right.
Yeah, the special stage actually did load you with a few lives, though I think they were mostly lost to the Hawk.
Let's analyze the balance.
I think I got.
I think you also seem to have gotten your bearings a bit now, because you're actually moving pretty good pace through these stages, I've noticed. And aside from like enemy placement, Dark is practically the same as Sonic, so
Got it.
Which kind of makes me wonder what I got stuck on, but oh well.
I am. If it was in Power Plant, which is the next stage, I have a guess.
Oh, hello.
Oh yeah, this weird segment with cars.
Let's go.
Got it. Here we go. Got it. All right. Yes.
Okay.
Because yeah, in terms of the stages themselves, you seem to be doing fine right now.
Well, I think it's more about being actually a bit more familiar with the controls than I was.
That's
No
true.
problem.
Now you understand a lot of the intricacies of the wonky physics and controls. You're more comfortable doing certain things, and they're picking up the pace.
Yeah. But like I say, it's not really fair comparing the speed, the pace of things, comparing the Sonic path and the Chaotix one.
No, obviously, I'm not saying that at all.
Power plant.
Chaotix expects you to go slow and really search, and then once you know, you can then go fast through it. Now, this stage's auto run sections can get you killed pretty easily. I've definitely died on these.
Eggman robot.
Yeah, and that's part of why Heroes gets the bad rap, is because they went for a weird gimmick after the very successful Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
The game doesn't really do anything I would consider like egregious. It doesn't have like glaring, like this game is terrible sorts of flaws. It has that sort of unpolished feel instead, to where things probably could have gotten a little more work to make the game a little more refined.
Okay. Level up. This upward path is perfect for flying. Leave it to me.
Okay.
I forgot this was a thing. You can either thunder shoot that down and then hit it, or you can just do what you did there. Yeah, I won't defend the special stages, even though I have gotten used to them. I won't defend.
Level up.
Killing enemies when I can't see them makes perfect sense.
Let's go up there.
Let's go.
I think my issues on some of these auto run things
Level up.
is that on some of them it
They
feels like
want you to hold.
it returns control to me before the camera recenters itself.
All right. All right.
Yes.
And as such, I could...
Yes.
Okay, game.
Uh-oh.
I thought you had given me a flight
Leave it to me.
It
Start-
did, but I think it was right when it ran out.
Okay.
And this time you took a different path, so this time you're not even dealing with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that one, Robert Gunderson.
Got it.
Every special stage comes with its own learning curve, and until you really learn it, it's always going to feel weird. I feel like the series has yet to find the perfect formula for them, because even though everybody loves the Half-Life special stages, they only work so much, and with so many different ways, and I also am not particularly a fan of them myself. They're not my favorite type of special stage to run through. I do like the Blue Spears, but that has its own sort of share of learning curve to it.
Bear in mind, my first Sonic game was Game Gear 2, which didn't have special stages.
Yeah, that game doesn't even have them. You have to find the emeralds scattered around.
Yep, they're all found somewhere in Act 2s.
That is actually one of the few Sonic games that I have played but not beaten, because that game's bosses are not very fun to fight.
Yeah, some of them, they all have a trick to them. And
Yeah,
was
well, the
anyone,
thing, too, is they
anyone
were
in
all-
particular that you remember that having issues with?
Well, I had issues with the first one. I still have issues with the one in Green Hills. But the reason for that is because every boss gives you 0 rings.
Well, though, game? What the heck?
That was not supposed to happen.
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna chalk that one up to the PS2 version.
The thing with the Green Hill Zone one, that one is more observational. Because
Yeah, I think the problem with that one was I just never found a good strategy for dealing with them.
well, I say it's not really hard. It's just what he does. He has a tell for all of his movements. You just have to figure out what combination does what.
I don't think I ever actually noticed those tells, so maybe I'll have to go look at that some.
It's basically when he's like clapping his hands, stomping his feet, that sort of thing.
Oh, it's that telegraphed, huh?
Yeah, when he does it a certain combination, that's when he moves either up, down, or cross, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because that's the boss that kept me from finishing. I haven't actually gotten to get a Gimmick Mountain or Scrambled Egg, and I know Scrambled Egg is a thing.
Yeah, Scrambled Egg, it's a bit sprawling to be sure, but
And then obviously I need all the emeralds to reach Crystal Egg.
yeah. Which
Like I've gone and looked at the up stuff on the game where I haven't gotten, but I've just never gone and actually cleared it, which I should have meant at some point. The other Sonic game I haven't finished that I at least started playing was Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, and I don't think people will blame me for not finishing that one.
yeah, it took me a long time to find where all the emeralds were in Sonic 2. I had played Crystal Egg, but that was only when I found the stage select code. It took me a good while to figure out how to get to Crystal Egg legit.
I think I've found 2 of the emeralds on my own time. I think I've occasionally stumbled into the one in World 3. I don't think I've ever found the one in the Green Hills.
I think I know exactly why that happened, because I was trying to do the tornado thing.
Okay.
And
yeah,
it triggered it, but apparently that's not what I'm supposed to do there.
No, you're on an elevator in that room. You just need to follow the elevator up.
Yeah,
Gotta be a switch for this somewhere.
that makes more sense. Honestly, out of that Sonic 2, I think the one that I've always had issues getting was the second one. I know where it is, but actually getting there, getting it had always given me a bit of trouble. Because it pretty much requires you to jump. You're jumping on springboards that are hidden in the clouds. So A, you have to know where the heck the springboards are, and you have to hit the right ones. If you hit the right one, it'll send you right into it. But you have to know which one it is, and be going at full speed while you're at it.
Yeah, they were your continued source, weren't they? I remember
Yes, they
that
were.
now you mention it.
Yes, they were.
Oh yeah, something else I always remember having issues with was the hang gliders.
They're not really required.
Yeah, I know there's one in the second world's second stage that goes over a long bed of spikes, though. That would be nice to be able to at least do somewhat efficiently to not die on. And one thing I will give Sonic 2 on Game Gear credit for, it had pretty good music.
Oh yeah. Sky High Zone's one of my favorites. Just in general.
From listening to remixes, I like Gimmick Mountain, which is one of the worlds I have not reached yet.
Yeah, Gimmick Mountain is well named. Mostly, okay, so this time don't do the tornado thing.
Yeah, just ride the elevator. I can understand your confusion because it looks like a pole.
Yes.
But that's supposed to be like the energy from like all the tubes in the stage running through that elevator.
Then why does it let me do the tornado thing?
Because they didn't think this through. And I imagine, if I had to guess, that may only be a thing on this version. I don't know for sure. Maybe when I play through this game later on the Dolphin emulator, I'll check that and see whether or not this consistent.
If you're ever curious more about Sonic 2, I did do a LP series of that years ago. I followed it up with an admittedly not that good attempt at speedrunning the game. The funny thing is, after the fact, I actually looked it up on YouTube, and my speedrun of that game was the only one on YouTube at the time.
Oh, jeez.
So that felt cool. I don't believe that's the case now, but
Yeah, probably not. A lot of people have gotten into doing stuff like that these days.
it's just when I would look up Sonic 2 like Game Gear speedrun, mine was the only one that came up. And like I said, it wasn't even that good. It wasn't even the best run I had. It was just the only one where the recording
Was recorded.
But it was the only one where the recording actually survived.
But was it emeralds or no?
No.
Okay, so it was basically the equivalent of any percent.
Yes.
I
But
imagine
yeah,
Game Gear game speedruns in general are not very common.
Don't touch them and just keep moving.
Okay.
Because there's not a ton of ways to actually, access Game Gear games.
Well, no, I have an emulator. I believe it's called Fusion. It's the entire. It's
Sega library, yeah, I think I have that one.
yeah, I believe it's Genesis, Game Gear, and CD.
Sounds right. I don't know if it does 32X.
I think it does.
Might, yeah.
Not that I've had that much experience with 32X in general. I wouldn't even know what to even look up for that. But
I bring it up because I actually have not played Team Chaotix, and it's basically like locked to that system. They've never re-released that game. They were going to for the Sonic Gems collection, and they cut it.
yeah, back then I believe I was still using Cam Studio back then. So for whatever reason, sometimes recordings just didn't take. I would record it and the footage just didn't. It was corrupt or whatever. I don't know.
I forget if that's what Rome was using.
Level up.
The thing is, I don't believe I could have used OBS back then because I was on my old computer, which didn't actually have a graphics card. It had this stupid like Intel chipset or whatever that thing was called.
Oh, the integrated graphics.
Yeah.
Ugh,
It
yeah.
was. Yeah, that's how.
My first laptop was a Toshiba, so with an integrated graphics, so I couldn't get anything better. Yeah, I was actually wondering about that, Robert. I was seeing the speedruns and I'm like, should these have an animation? Also, that was a weird way to die.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I guess that maybe that's another sign that the PS2 version struggled a little bit in comparison to some of the others, if some of the animation isn't even the same.
Stay away.
Not sure how you get past all that without taking damage.
I think I may have I think I usually jump over them. Or I just know, like, a safe thread to go through.
Leave it to me. Let's go. Let's go.
In the middle. Thank you.
Level up. Leave it to me. Yay.
Got it.
Leave it to me. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Level up.
Okay.
Yeah, I know for a fact it is, and I know it's not a fantastic game. It's just why I haven't played.
And sometimes
Yeah, I
you
know
just
that's
want to
because it was-
experience the game for yourself and develop your own opinion of it, right?
Yeah. Plus, I know that game has a very wacky gimmick to it in that you're tethered by her, basically, you and your teammate, which is part of why it's such an odd game.
Let's go.
Yes. Yes. Here we go. Take this. Yeah.
Point. Okay, I'm fine on life now. Okay, it's another one of these dumb things.
I think you can actually... No, I can't remember if you can fully skip this one, but the light dash does give you some means of getting ahead of the elevator a little bit.
Not that it really helps me any.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was Sonic or Dark that could skip, like, most of the second elevator, or even the first one. And I guess it was Dark. And yeah, the reason you might get stuck on this particular stage is actually coming up at the very end of it. There's one more checkpoint before you get to it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just wonky. Like, a lot of the things that Sega tries to do are very, especially back then, were experimental. And I do give Sega credit where credit is due. They try to keep things varied, but the problem is that then it's difficult to find something that actually works to stick with.
Okay.
Level up.
Yeah.
It's the one that's bigger than the others. Down here should be the thing I was referring to. No, a little further. Okay. Couldn't remember quite where the last checkpoint was.
Yep, here it is.
Level up.
Alright, this would be the section then.
Wow.
Okay, yes, I recognize this now. Yes.
Yeah. Sonic and Dark both have this segment, none of the other teams do. You have to rush before the floor collapses.
Leave it to me.
me. Here we go.
The lava rubber bands a little bit too.
And yeah.
Wow, what's this?
That was close. Look down there. That's an energy storage tank.
It's rising. Get to the top, quick.
Yeah,
Let Sonic take care of this.
Yeah, it'll follow you at a set distance, I believe.
Yeah! Best left.
It's not required to do that light dash, they'll just skip some of this section.
yeah, it would have helped though.
Here we go.
Got it.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Yes.
Those barrier devices look like the ones we saw on the path.
You'll know when you're close to the top because the numbers are going down.
All of the robots.
Level up.
And yeah.
You had a shield. But yeah, now you're dead.
Leave it to me.
Wow, what's this?
That was close. Look down there. That's an energy storage tank.
Yeah, because that was originally going to be... What was it, Sonic Crackers?
Leave this to me.
Oh, thank you.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Well, a few times we're taking damage is actually a bit of a blessing. Also, is it me, or is this lava following you a bit closer in this version than it would in the GameCube version? I feel like it's doing...
Game, give me, thank you.
Those barrier devices look like the ones we saw on the path. We can probably destroy them if we take out all of the robots.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay. Stay.
Got it.
Here we go. Give me Dave.
Got it.
Oh, it's still rising.
Oh, it's still rising. Okay.
Yeah, thankfully that's the end of the stage.
Yeah,
but,
yep,
yeah.
that was definitely, I recognized that. That was definitely the part that I could not get through when I was younger.
That would make perfect sense.
Yeah, and by younger I mean like 8. That actually, well, that was 2007, I think that was. So I was 22 actually.
Cute. Not my day.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that section is not fun.
No, it's not. But hey, I got farther than I ever did on the Sonic part, so that's good. Whew.
Gotcha, my darling.
Oh, hello, Amy.
Amy, what are you doing here?
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
So thankfully, this one, this Rose team fight should be easier than the last one I had.
Yeah, the second team fight is always harder than the first one. I feel like in the first one, the AI barely even tries.
Sonic, give up. This time you're mine.
Amy, knock it off. There's no time to play.
Everybody, get out of the way.
Are you playing with that girl's heart again, Sonic?
Plus, in this particular fight, I don't believe they are allowed to use Team Blast, so that's part of why it's easier.
Well, hey, I actually saw myself knock a character off the platform.
Yeah, they got immediately punched.
Yes.
And I guess...
And Amy just got flung off.
I guess. So I guess the tornado attack works pretty well then, I suppose.
Yeah, because it has a ton of knockback to it.
I should remember that for the next one. A rank!
No
Yeah, that's
way.
barely an A rank. I think it's under 30 seconds for A.
Cool.
Yeah, it does make you think there's rock, paper, scissors to it. For the most part, it's either spam your tornado or spam your thunder shoot, and you'll probably win.
Dash through the giant theme park, but I think I'm gonna end
Call it
this
there.
while I'm ahead.
Boy, Amy sure doesn't give up that easy.
What
Please
is
let this play itself out, though.
Sure is bright here.
We got some time. Feeling lucky?
Sonic, we only have 24 hours left.
Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's another thing about this, that particular cutscene is like we only have 24 hours left, and then my immediate, like the thing you realize coming back to this is like Eggman says, you have 3 days to stop me. How did you take 2 days to get through Grand Metropolis and Seaside Hill?
Who knows?
Like in game, that just doesn't make sense to me. And it's probably one of the small nitpicks with this game's story that will always bug me.
Yeah, Sonic 30%.
Yep, you were definitely stuck on on a power plant.
I thought I was at 8. I thought my other file was on 18.
Yeah, but there was the stage and the boss.
Okay, so it's 6% per stage then. All right.
Well, I was gonna say it was 18 for one, and then I think the stage is like 4 and the boss is like 8 or something.
Let me just double check what the. Make sure that I even remember the old file right.
I don't think you have to reset the game to change files, because I know there's a section in the options menu where you can change it.
But this way it might actually be faster. So 43 emblems, 5 A's. Oh, I had 3 emeralds on this file.
Maybe you managed to
Maybe I actually went and got
tell, and you can actually tell in stage select.
Yeah. First things first, let's see what the percentages were. It was, oh, it was 19, whatever.
So yeah, that's still power plant.
Yeah, yeah. Green, blue, and whites. Looks like those were the ones I got.
Oh, so you actually got the one in World 4 then. The one at Bullet Station. Admittedly, keeping a key in Bingo Highway is kind of difficult.
Of course, as you say, it doesn't matter which one
Yeah, it doesn't matter which team gets the emerald, so long as someone gets the emerald.
Right.
Which actually makes sense when it comes to the ending story's cutscene, because the emeralds are actually spread across all seven teams.
Alright then, so I guess join me next time when we continue on the Sonic route. Now that I'm in kind of new territory on that front.
Yeah, you're gonna see some more length to these stages.
So, I guess until next time, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice night.
See you later.